Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Robin, this is Digital Wilds, and I thought I'd depress you all this afternoon by playing some Vampyr. I don't really know much about this game, other than it's by the people who made Life is Strange, which I really enjoyed, and also they made Remember Me, which is a more action-focused title, which is also very good. Had a very fun button timing based combat system, which had lots of combos and was sort of futuristic. It wasn't about the Robert Pattinson film that ends with him dying in 9/11. That was a rather different story. Anyway, Vampyr is about vampires in 1918 London in the midst of the Spanish flu, so I thought it's thematically relevant at the moment. So let's get started and find out what we are doing. I'm going to play on story mode because I'm a wimp and I'm not very good at games.
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone.
Something about dwarves, something about elves.
Born from 8 restless nights, 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner, 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
And that's when I went to the other side of the bar.
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment. A righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars.
Give it 50 years, mate.
They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Okay, so they're not taking the Life is Strange mopey teenage tone with this. This is properly harrowing. I assume we're playing as this grey man. I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. Buy a mattress. Really enjoying the tortured violin soundtrack on here. I feel like we're about to get control of this guy. Yeah. Okay, so what's his story? I assume he's been vampirized. I bet there's bite marks on his neck or something. In any case, we seem to be outside in some sort of... yeah, there's some kind of blood/burial thing going on here. Oh, is this a plague pit? Have we died of Spanish flu? I'm not sure that it was quite that bad, was it? I mean, I know a lot of people died. I don't think they just sort of dumped them into pits. Maybe they did, I don't know. Anyway, I can see there's some sort of blood source over there. I assume we have, like, vampire vision. So I assume we're going to eat this woman. Yeah, let's have a chat. Okay, so she's pleased to see us. Is she our wife or our sister or something? And then we're gonna do a murder, and then we're gonna have to atone for that. I bet I can see where this game's going. It's by Don't Nod, so it's gonna be something emotionally challenging. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that's deeply unpleasant. Do not like. Okay, so, was that a bite where she just dies, or was that a bite where she becomes a vampire? Because one of those is worse than the other.
My sweet brother.
Oh, it's our sister.
Mary! Oh, no. Mary!
Oh, Jonathan. Yeah, get a plaster, that'll help.
Hold on. Please, hold on. Oh, God. Oh, no. Mary.
Is that gunshots I can hear? Great, we're going to get found with this murdered woman. Yep, she's gone. Right, take her home, put her in the fridge. Got to have a snack for later.
This horror. It's a nightmare.
Uh-oh.
No! Please, a moment, let me explain.
Yeah, quite right too. Well done, vigilante fella. Although we are led to believe this is the London where people know that vampires exist and are therefore hunting them, I guess.
Are after me. No, no, don't shoot.
Not very good shots, are they? We're only
This is a nightmare.
a few meters away.
I need to get out of here.
Right, okay.
This can't be happening. No, please, stop. I mean, you know.
Okay, so we got the run button on B. I assume this is kind of linear because we've got to just get down this place and get away from these hunters.
Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
Had a quick snack. Oh, okay, here we've got a knife. And, okay, melee on X, that makes sense. Could use a gun. Now, we got a sort of Dark Souls style lock on.
Stay back.
Chop, chop, chop.
But you left me no choice.
You could have run the other way, Jonathan. Probably wouldn't throw away that machete if there's more of them.
Who are you? Stupid beast! Sorry.
Okay, so it's quite a it's quite a sort of hefty combat system. It's a very definite strike, so you've got to kind of combo and parry and so on. Our health is not looking too bad at this stage, but yeah, okay, here we are in the foundry. You'd definitely be hurt if you stood there in real life. Okay, that's... Ooh. Can't really dodge bullets. But I can chop before he gets me. Very nice lighting effects on this game. I really like how the sort of smouldering molten iron looks. Is there any kind of vampire vision where I can see the route ahead? Ah, here we go.
I mean you no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech! Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's name? I'll do the rest of the job.
Aha. So we're going with the usual bits of vampire lore here. Sunlight, not very good for us. Although it's a curious one, because there is sunlight at night, it's just reflected off the moon. So I've always found that a strange bit of lore. Okay, well I assume that guy's not going to do me much good. Chop. No crossbow for you. Wish we could pick that up, that would be useful.
Need to find shelter.
The keep out house seems like a good idea.
Is anybody there?
How did we get into a house that we weren't invited into? Now we're going full Resident Evil 4 now, are we?
The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
Right, turned on VSync, so that should help with screen tearing a bit. And let's have a look at what we've got in this abandoned house, which mysteriously has all the candles lit despite no one living here. Oh, you bad boy, Jonathan.
Brother. Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
Us? There were the vampire hunter people just down the road. You could have gone and hunted one of them instead of your own sister. What have we got here? Fire and sun, new collectible. Okay. Leeches do not fear the sun or fire, and they do not burst into flames or ashes when they are caught under rays of sunlight, but it hurts them good, really good. I personally chained a vampire to a tree to see what would happen when the sun rises. Its skin blackened in a few minutes as if it was burning from the inside. Ooh, God, okay, yeah. So the pre-win, that seems to be some kind of vampire hunting organisation that we're going to be dealing with. Okay, so there's some interesting sort of setup here. This is 1918 London. It honestly feels a bit Victorian for 1918. I kind of feel like it's a little bit too old-fashioned, but I don't know. I wasn't around then. Not quite that old. So who's this? Clearly the original occupant, and she's been gone for some time.
Wait, this one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
That was not entirely realistic dialogue. Let us do crimes. Are you sure we should do crimes? Yes, we should do crimes. I guess we lost that just before we were heft into the pit. What else can we explore around this house? Doesn't look like too much. Quite a nice couple of armchairs here. Something's happened to this wall. Okay, what have we got upstairs? Some sort of basin where we can wash away the blood of our sister who we murdered. 5 shillings in a straw here, so we've got 10 shillings. That's about 50p in today's money. Okay, so a bit of a flashback. So I guess we're going to have to try and find out who bit us.
Who's there? Are you referring to me?
Captain Chompneck. Well, we know it was a man then.
No! No! I still have so much to accomplish.
Yeah, that's how I feel when the weekend ends.
I still have so much left that needs doing.
Can't see ourselves in the mirror. Excellent touch there. We kind of can. We sort of reflect. Just not in any detail. Alright, who's this bloke? The other dead one. Did he kill himself? Yeah, looks like it. Ooh, that's unpleasant. So we got ourselves an old-fashioned syringe. Pistol will be quite useful when it comes to hunting those vampire hunter fellas.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now! No. There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live. And now what? We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing.
Oh, so he's a tortured soul, ex-medic from the war. Not sure where he would have served, but presumably the Western Front.
It never got easy.
Interesting. Okay, we've got ourselves a gun now. 45 damage, fire rate 10, reload time 15. Very nice. We can upgrade that for... Okay, so we've got like a sort of upgrade tree where we can get improved firing rate, improved firepower, shock. Okay. So there's stun on these things. Okay, got it. That'd be useful. Okay, I'm curious. The combat in this feels quite fun. We've only done the melee so far, but I'm kind of curious to see what the gunplay is like. 15th of October. Bad sleep. Becky coughed all night and the fever made her delirious. I heard a loud noise in the morning. It's a big machine some men brought by the banks to dig a big hole in the ground. It was some sort of mechanical shovel. Maybe I could go there and ask for some work. Becky needs medicine. That would be the hole where we got shoved then. It's a plague pit. Yeah, digging mass graves all around London. Safety measures apparently. New flu is coming back. No work for me. No trains. Took the whole day to cross the Thames and come back. Fascinating. So I don't know what the... So this is 1918. It was 25th of October. So that was just before the end of the war, like 2 weeks before. So I assume we're still under sort of wartime rationing and stuff. So things weren't looking great. Okay, can we have a sleep and wait for the day to pass?
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it.
What do we bet it's not going to be? Oh dear. Not big on this, frankly. Don't think it's going to work. You're a vampire, mate. That's not how it goes.
Rational thinking only.
Oh god, it's going to make us do it. Okay, fine. Look away. Ooh, nice intro sequence. Yeah. I like the choice of font here. Nice sans serif. The Futura or something. Yeah. Be a pretty short game if that did work. If this is like his hidden away sanctuary, probably someone would have heard the gunshot. They're not a common occurrence in Britain. Oh, now you're going to have to launder the sheets.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
As it is, as mad as the moon, who tames blood in sunlight into a glowing reflection.
Ooh, okay. So now that we've hidden out, we can evolve, which is the game's term for leveling up. So we get experience points, and we can spend those on our skills. Got it. Okay, so can't do any of these yet. They're way too expensive and we're too low level. So it looks like the only one we've got available at the moment is this one, Autophagy. 200 healing. Drain your own blood to heal normal and aggravated damage instantly. Okay, seems reasonable. Be useful to have some sort of healing on the go. And we can then... Okay, so we've then got a bit of a tree that we can level up as we go. So we can get more healing, we can lower the cost, and reduce the recovery time. Okay, that makes sense. Right, we'll spend some points on this then. And we don't quite have enough to get up to level 6 and therefore to get the second level, but we've leveled up. So we can unlock an aggressive skill as well. Right, what have we got here? So claws, close range strike, cuts to all living creatures in front of you. Blood spear, that does sound fun. Add a cloud of shadows that targets feet or yours. That sounds like a sort of mine attack, which I'm not big on. Blood spear, why not? That sounds fun. Okay. Now let's lock that down. Oh, we've got bite and stuff as well. Don't quite have enough XP for that yet, but we'll get those down the line. Yeah, okay, so we can use our bite in combat, and that will obviously get us some more blood to keep us going for a little bit. But I assume it's going to be the moral choice element of this game is going to be that we have to feed on big important people like our sister. We have to make a kind of choice about who deserves it most.
That voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Seems reasonable. I'd change my shirt if I were you, Jonathan, mate. You're going to get looked at. Something. Oh, okay. We're about where my work's office is. It's probably down here somewhere. Well, it looks like we've got a fairly big city to explore. We've got the dockside, and then we've got there's some other boroughs over here. I reckon those are going to be relevant at some point. Interesting. Okay, well, I have to reach the north bank of the Thames. Seems easy enough. Have we got a sort of coat we can wear to cover up the massive blood stains? Uh-oh. Who's this?
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Yes, I've been getting that impression. Right, out we go.
Here's the leech. Here!
Okay, so we can flit, okay? Like in Dishonored.
My head's spinning.
Right, so quick, aha! So we got ourselves a use stake offhand weapons on Y. These have special effects and consume stamina, okay.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End.
Right, so we got ourselves a machete. How do we switch to the gun? Blood spear is on right button. We can inflict stun damage on Y with the stake, and then we can eat him with A. And that gets our blood. And now that we've got blood, we can use vampire skills like the blood spear.
Every sinew, every fibre of my being is afire. I feel like a child learning the limits of my body.
Yeah, this wasn't how I spent my childhood, mate. Right, stun this bugger. And we'll get him chomped. Okay, so when we reduce his stamina, we can get chomping. Got it. And now that we've chopped Mr. Machine Gun to death, so we can heal with LB and we can throw the blood spear with RB. Got it.
I'm not human anymore.
Okay, can't get quite through that barrier. I guess we're gonna have to head up through here. Don't seem to have access to the gun yet, which I was hoping to be able to use, but I can understand it might make things a bit easier at this early stage. Ooh, what adverts have we got here? Your king and country need you. Join the British Army and help out. Join the British ranks and help the brave lads at the front. And the London Opinion with that Kitchener poster on the front. Interesting.
Sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood.
Yeah, well, you didn't, pal.
Mary, someone will pay for what happened.
So I assume this is locked. Yeah.
For what happened to us.
Can I head down here? This guy might have something on him. 10 shillings. Oh, we can eat. We can eat rats. Lovely. Okay. Okay. So right, we've got Tower Bridge over there. Okay, I kind of know where we are. Are we going to have to? Okay, so we can flit across gaps like that. We don't have a jump button, but we can.
I can now control it.
Yeah, great. Okay. After doing it twice, that's pretty impressive, Jonathan. Right, so we can't get through that locked door yet, but I imagine we might be able to down the line. So we're trying to sneak underneath this bridge, right, in the sort of support structures. Got it. Might as well chump ourselves an extra rat.
I can't believe I'm.
Sorry, pals, you're quite cute, but you're also delicious.
What will London have to say to me?
Well, from the guys we've seen so far,
Questions unanswered.
they tend to shout one very loud word. Okay, so back down here, and we're into Limehouse. Got it. Okay, so district status stable. This implies that there's going to be some kind of mechanic of trying to protect London from falling. Free goo.
The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant.
Well, given that you go around chomping sisters, it might be some other vampire, you know? Okay, so we do have vampire sensors on the left stick. Okay. Follow the killer's trail. Right, over this way, looks like.
Where has everyone gone?
Giant arrow painted on the floor in blood. Hang on, there's a clue here.
According to the blood patterns, that's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail.
Oh, that was a rat.
Thirst for blood.
So we've got a hideout in this district. Okay, it's literally right there. Now that we've got a bit of XP, I suppose we could stand to check in there. Although we'd have to sleep to do that, and I'm guessing that means having to spend time, so the district will deteriorate further. I think we'll head in, but we've got a workbench as well, so we can craft various bits and pieces. Okay, we can refill our ammo. Let's see what we can build. Okay, so we can make various treatments. So I think we were a doctor, weren't we? So we can use that to treat 6 citizens. Got it. Okay, so you need to find these... So I've got these firearms. How do I... need a trigger part and a spring, and that'll get us that upgrade. Okay. How do I use the gun? Because I haven't been able to find a way to equip it so far. Aha! Yeah, let's wander into the pub covered in blood.
A little life.
Oh, okay, so we can scan these people, find out the quality of their blood, and get the hints related to their lives. That's interesting. Anyway, let's have a chat.
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes.
Best thing for bleeding
I
out
apologize
alcohol.
for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
Suppose so.
What's going on around
This kind of conversation system is a little bit
Everybody is hiding.
Skyrim, but
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
who could have thought that this guy covered in blood wandering into the bar out of nowhere would be related to the murders?
Who is this sewer dog?
It's a local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
Always, sometimes monsters, as a game once said. Okay, I think that's exhausted our conversation options with him.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Let's see who else is around here. There's the other bloke at the bar.
Whoever he may be.
Oh no, I've had a chat with him already. I wanted to talk to the guy at the bar.
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Okay, so we've got this sort of special conversation option. Let's ask him about a long night first.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
That guy 4 feet away just told me about them.
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
He asked, covered in blood.
Before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
Yeah, wait till it gets gentrified in the early 2010s.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets, and I never go outside.
Good advice.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark
That
times.
was definitely not something that happened back then, because I think licensed opening hours were introduced during the First World War. That was when 11 PM closing became standard, because they didn't want people being hungover at work in the factories.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
Your sister passed
Quiet
recently.
tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
Reading? He must be some kind of elite.
I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business, you hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
Good lord. Okay, well, there's a lead. Who's this? She seemed to have scannable blood.
Hello, sir. Are you alright? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, a turquoise turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
Yeah, not much else to say to her, frankly.
What's going on? What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah, killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing.
Oh, so is this 1919
There
then?
are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say
There's a little bit of
sewer dog
Fallout
coming
New
out
Vegas-y
to feed.
repetition to these conversations. I
But
guess you can
now
get the
it's killing
information
in
from
the
multiple
streets.
places.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Leave her alone. Vampire mode, and then ooh, she's reasonable quality blood. Got no hints about her yet though. Knows Tom Watts. So that guy's so the guy who runs the bar, is that? Oh, that's the drunk. He's a bit fatigued. Okay, so we can get the cure for fatigue. We can make him better. Got it. And that'll improve the quality of the neighbourhood in some nebulous way. Right. Well, let's have a chat to this guy upstairs then.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
You, sir. You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Very well. We've been invited now.
Slowly, vampire. Who are
Oh
you?
goodness.
I mean you no harm, saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word.
I love the idea that he couldn't just carry around a little crucifix on a chain. He had to go for the full foot-long cross.
Well, that's something I can do for you.
Well,
And
this guy, ooh, extremely high quality blood. Edgar Swansea, but I reckon he's going to be plot relevant.
who might you be?
Yeah, let's find out about him first.
Who are you? First, tell me what you want. Then I may tell you.
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Something.
It's a fair point.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
You seem the expert. How would that be?
I have my secrets, as you have yours.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
Okay.
And what exactly is this brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
You lie.
Tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
Could well be me.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me...
Is he a secret vampire or something?
I thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We are both chasing the same shadow.
Perhaps. This is all new to me. I'm not even certain what I'm looking for.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
A good seeing to. I don't really know yet.
I don't know yet.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
So this guy's going to be relevant throughout the plot, one reckons. Can I have a little look at these newspapers on his wall? Nothing particularly relevant. Let's root through his drawers and steal his cash. Can we give him a chomping?
Would you be so kind as to leave the room?
I mean, yeah, fair enough. Out onto the balcony then. Can I do a little flit down from here? No. Just got to view the gloomy, foggy surroundings. Alright. See ya, Ed.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
Right, I've had a chat with the guy upstairs.
Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
I think you're hiding something from me.
I hide many things from many people, sir. That's what my job's about.
So I reckon we're going to need a hint to get more out of him, but I reckon that she came in through the balcony upstairs because he mentioned that he heard Ed opening the window.
Hello, sir. May I
Does this guy know anything else?
still-
It's a little bit of a combination sort of adventure game and action game. I quite like it. Life is Strange was nice, but it basically only really had the one mechanic, the time travelling thing. You have to equip various weapons. What's the offhand? So we can equip the revolver on the offhand. Got it. Don't think I have any ammo for it though. So might go for the used stake for the second slot. Just ink. I presume it wasn't the drunk guy who was literally the first person we met. That would be rather too obvious. Can I have a little chat with the woman? I suppose I can't go back into the kitchen. Or maybe I can. Yeah, he obviously doesn't mind me just wandering around the back of his pub. Well, what does she have to say for herself? I've already chatted to her once.
He didn't deserve this.
Jack, eh? Who's that?
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
So she's the next link in the chain.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you
You
mean?
can't handle the
Suspect
truth,
that
governor.
someone else was here tonight, and I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear.
That's not something you want to say to a
Please
woman you
tell
don't
me
really
what's
know.
going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
So someone's been bashing the bishop, eh?
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk as usual. But my God, his eyes, his face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
So I reckon he's been vampirized, but I don't reckon he's the one who got me.
About this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the cannon factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well, Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Okay, so we're learning little bits and pieces here. Let's have a chat with... Yeah, okay, so we've got a hint about Tom now, and that will obviously, I guess, improve... Ah, okay, so that improves the blood quality. Great. I see. So he knows Sabrina, obviously. Tom wants... Yeah, so a few more clues to get about him. And obviously, if we eat people, we get loads and loads of...
I think drink no longer stirs me.
Obviously, if we eat people, we get loads and loads of XP out of them. So we will want to do that at some point. Let's have a chat with Tom.
You again. What can I do for you?
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend William.
So we've used, like...
He came by tonight, but he's not my friend
Vampire
anymore.
mesmeric powers.
Who is he?
William? Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the cannon factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. He can barely stand up most of the time.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
Interesting. Okay. Well, we need to find out where he is.
Find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What do you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
Interesting. Okay. Well, I guess we know where we're going next. Thanks, guys. So, convenient jaunt over to the docks, only a few yards away. Inspect the boats. Not that one. Aha! Looks like we found the bugger.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood.
Snack. Let's examine his wounds, see if we
His
can
corpse has been
restrain
dried of
ourselves.
blood, just like the previous victim.
There's a note on him, that'll be handy.
What's this? Some sort of note.
Pre-win orders. 30th October from G. McCullum to Docks Patrols. Object, multiple deaths in the Docks region. We believe a nasty leech is involved. Locate the beast, purge it, and quickly. According to recent reports, this vampire is very violent. Approach with extreme caution. I know we lack men in this part of town, but don't send rookies to investigate the case. If I'm correct, we've got a frenzied one killing each night. As always, search the abandoned places first, like old houses, basements, sewers, and warehouses. Destroy the Leech Brothers. Interesting, okay.
These men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters.
Okay, well, let's see what's on his
This man was
body.
armed. He tried to defend himself.
Well, it'd be good if we had some ammunition.
Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is
I mean, that
some
clearly says
heavy
whiskey.
drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Time for super jumping powers. There we go. And, yep, that's quite the blood splatter. You've only got a few pints in you. Uh-oh. Sneak up on this guy. Not being very quiet, let's be honest, but... there we go. Chopped him down. And what we got here? Aha! That's great. 24 bullets. Right, so that inflicts damage and stun damage.
Ammunition crate.
I think, as I recall, the guns in this are extremely pea-shootery.
I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
There's nothing here. Except back to a warm fire. Shut down.
So we can now display enemy cards. Right. Some enemies are more resistant to certain types of damage. Orange indicates medium resistance, red indicates high resistance. So, okay, resistant to ranged attacks, not resistant to bite attacks. Got it. Not resistant to blood powers at all. Right, starters are mean to go on then. Oh, Blood Spear works very well. I'm big on this. Uh-oh, are they on to us? Who else have we got then? Blood Spear, you gotta live it every day. Right, might as well try out our gun. Okay, works reasonably well. Wouldn't really use it at close range. Who shouted that? You're all dead. Okay, so what else have we got down here? Some collectibles. Bullet and aluminium powder. Very nice. That's going to be handy when we come to making our own bullets, I imagine. And not much else to collect. And we've got a big pile of corpses down here. Are these my fellow vampires? There's quite a lot of them. What's on this guy? New practices, new tactics. Some of our companions consider the best advantage we have is that they can't go out during the day, thus we can hunt them down when they hide. This is a rookie mistake. They have countless ruses and tricks to avoid being spotted in their den, and they deploy deadly traps to kill intruders. Okay, best tactic is to follow and destroy them when they really are vulnerable when they hunt at night. Got it. Must evolve and deploy new tactics. Smaller mobile patrols, tactics based on technological advances, modern communications. I was going to say, this is very much like what they were learning in the later stages of the Great War. Sort of multidisciplinary attacks in small units. Okay, the blood trail continues to go this way. And I'm going to switch away from my gun just so I don't use up all the ammo. We've got a sort of a hideout here. I want to see if we can craft anything useful. A dead body, handle part and lead plate. I imagine that's going to come in handy when it comes to doing some upgrades. What do we need to... so we've got enough components to improve one of the weapons. Great. Okay, is it the gun? Looks like it's the gun. No, it isn't. Is it the machete? Yes, it is. Okay, so that will take our damage from 45 up to 58. Very nice. This game has a thing of having to hold buttons to do upgrades, so I can either increase damage dealt by 10% or decrease stamina consumption by 10%. Ooh. I'm doing okay damage at the moment, and an extra 6 doesn't feel like it would be a massive boost, and we just got it boosted anyway, so I'm going to give the decreased stamina consumption so we can use it, swing it more times before we run out of juice. Can we do both? Oh yeah, it seems like we can actually. Okay, in which case, yes, I will do that. And we need more to keep upgrading it, but still useful to have for now. Can't quite upgrade the common steak, but that's alright, that's mainly for stunning. So just to check, what do we need for the fatigue cure? We need a glass vial, quinine, ferrous tartrate, and sodium hypochlorite solution. We have none of those things. I assume medicine is going to be introduced to us later. Could have a nap and do some upgrades, but only got 800 XP, so it doesn't feel worth it for now. Right, over the bridge. So we've reached the North Dock. Apparently stable.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it.
Delicious.
The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Ooh, got ourselves an axe here. Oh, a scythe. Okay. So we can use it to parry. Okay. So we've got an Irish priest. Okay, so the priest seems like he tries to help these vampires? Right, in which case, let's interrupt. This feels like a boss arena. Oh god, is he feeding on his friend?
Is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Oh, you poor bloody thing, William. Doesn't seem particularly tough, I'll be honest. I'm playing on easy mode, mind. Haha, love the blood spear. Used bludgeon, okay. Right, who's this Irish bloke then? You alright, pal?
William was an honourable man. I could have saved
No, you couldn't.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock. I
Uh-oh.
return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Okay, here's interesting. Who's this woman?
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you?
Ah, so she's a
What do you mean
vampire
by
as well.
Skull?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Interesting. I reckon she's going to make a comeback. Okay, so she's a friendly vampire. Got it. So Skull is like what William was, like a half vampire. What are we doing with Irishman then?
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders.
I like this guy with his steamboat.
Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help.
Yeah, Edgar's my favourite character so far.
Give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed this drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
Yes, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Okay, let's have a little route around before we get on the boat then. Where's William's body? Here he is.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of
So I think skulls, like, they can kill people by biting them, but they won't vampirize them. So I guess the hospital's probably going to have facilities for doing that. Let's chop open some of these boxes while I've got the chance. Don't think there's anything useful here, but there might be the odd collectible. Ah, we've got in here lead rod and aluminium shard. Okay, that'll be handy, I guess, if we come to making some bullets. I think that's all then. Right, onto the boat.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... what manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that Skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. This So much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
Don't really have much choice, do we?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
A beautiful friend steamboat. Okay, here we are. Some Arkham Asylum looking shit going on here. Did it get bombed or something? Soundtrack again, absolutely tonally perfect for this game.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That's indeed, Doctor.
Edgar is by far the best written character in this game. I love the fact that he's ever so slightly unstable seeming in a way that maybe that he's the ultimate villain.
But what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Okay, so I assume
Duly noted.
this is going to
Your
be...
assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Well, there we go. So, that's interesting. So with that, I think this probably is a good place to leave it. We're going to need to get into the hospital, analyse the blood, and then hopefully we can... Oh, hello. What's occurring here? Lads, if you could stop murdering one another.
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seeds of life.
Oh, God.
Drink at this river, try it all.
I don't want to drink this guy. I want him to stop murdering his pal. Who is this?
Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse.
Literally round the corner.
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Oh, I assume we get the chance to either chomp him or take him to the hospital. Oh, we don't have a choice. Okay. Mesmerized him. Now what?
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
I don't wanna. I want to take him to the hospital where he can get better. I'm not vampirizing him. I think it was back here, wasn't it? Yeah, up the stairs to the hospital. No chomping on this guy now. Yeah, there he is. Excuse me, doctor. Could you help this chap? No, it doesn't look like we can. Okay, now it looks weird because I'm just leading this guy past my new employer who knows I'm a vampire. Okay, well, never mind. Guess we don't have a choice but to eat him then. Okay, so we've got to lead him into the darkness and then chomp him on the neck. Oh, we can embrace or release him. Okay, get a massive XP boost, but there will be consequences. This is one of those moral choice systems where there's an obviously evil path, and I'm going to release him. There we go.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this.
Yeah, I don't want to eat him.
Not take another life.
I can get blood from rats and so on, and I'll get my XP from combat.
For the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
So I guess I have to do this at some point. I can avoid it for now. Okay, well, we'll probably encounter some real villains down the track, and if they need eating, then we'll eat them. So let's remove the roadblock on the steps, and now we can head up to our new posting.
Doctor,
Alright, I was helping a guy who got knifed.
Play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Excellent. Well, let's have a little look at her blood quality. Very nice. Very chompable. Maybe down the line if she turns out to be nasty. But for now, let's
Thank you, Nurse
get in there and have a look. Who's this fella then?
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Cadigan fellow.
Oh, I guess this is
Good
Milton.
evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain.
When did
Dr.
he
Reed.
change his clothes
And
to
if
look
you
less
ever need
vampire-y?
a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
What can we trade for?
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Okay, so we can't buy that much. We can buy parts to upgrade it. Okay. So we needed common trigger parts and screws to upgrade the pistol, I believe. We can buy the shotgun as well. That might be useful to get down the line. We don't have anywhere near enough money for it for now. Despite being employed as a doctor, nobody's actually paid us yet. Can't sleep in the little medical tent, but I guess if we go inside, I can have a nap.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Prevent disease. Careless spitting, sneezing, coughing spread influenza. Spread by droplets sprayed from nose and throat. Do not cough in public. Yes, indeed. Bloody coronavirus. In the name of mercy, they depend on you. Nurses are needed now. Inquire at the nearest appointments office of the Ministry of Labour and National Service or write to 15 Kingsways, London. Yeah, fascinating. I love the sort of period stuff they've got for this. I'd say only will have required a minimum of archive research, but it's still a nice touch. So, office on the second floor. Is that British second floor or American second floor? I think this game is French, but I'm not sure what kind of system they use. Okay, it's 15 meters in this direction. I think we've got it. I think we've got it right. It's American. Yeah. They got a nameplate installed very, very quickly. They've had one made up in about 10 minutes.
This must be the place.
Okay.
It's definitely away from prying eyes.
Well, here we are.
Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own.
Oh, he only gets a little tiny single bed.
At
Bless
least
him.
I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
It's true. Right, nap time then. What can we get? So, we've got our blood spear. That is very, very good. And I've been enjoying that so far. Can we upgrade our health at all? I reckon that if we are not doing so well in terms of eating people, we're probably going to need to increase our combat capability so we can survive a bit better. Life regeneration using biting combat seems like it'd be a good idea because we can heal on the go. Blood capacity up as well, doesn't seem bad. Might just go for plus 50 health for now. It's relatively cheap. Looks like there's lots of upgrades to it as well. Yeah, might as well upgrade that twice. There we go. And why not upgrade our blood spear as well if we can afford it? Because we're not at the level required to do it, that's why. Okay, what else have we got? Coagulation. Oh, okay. So that's an interesting one. We can drop an enemy's guard for 600. Yeah, that sounds like an extra combat technique. Sounds useful. Okay, that's all of our stuff for now. Let's continue and have a little snooze. And with that, we have had a rest. So now that we are back in control, I think it's time we left it there for the night. And I will see you at some point in the future. I think I'm going to continue with this. It's a really good game, better than I expected. I got it on sale for like £11. I've not tried it before, so Don't Nod continue their streak of really, really good games that kind of fly under the radar, which is very much what this channel is about. So thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to help this channel grow, you can give me a quick subscribe, and I'm also on Patreon at patreon.com/digitalwilds. So keep watching, and I will see you next time.